Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we are diving right into a super famous story. It's the classic tale of the ant and the grasshopper. It's a story all about two bugs living in this absolutely beautiful meadow. But you know what? The choices they make lead them down completely different paths.
But hey, before we actually meet them, I want you to think about yourself for a quick second. Be totally honest with me here. When you get home from school, do you just immediately want to grab your toys, turn on a game, and play? Or do you hunker down, tackle your homework, and maybe clean your room so you can relax completely afterward? It is a seriously tough choice, right? Having fun right this second is so tempting. Keep your answer in the back of your mind, because that's exactly the choice our two bugs are dealing with.
All right, so picture this. It's a gorgeous, bright, sunny day. The sky is that perfect shade of blue, the flowers are blooming, and the air is just perfectly warm. Once upon a time, in this beautiful meadow lived our two main characters. This meadow, it's basically their entire world. It gives them sunshine, shelter, everything they could ever need to survive. But how they decide to use what the meadow gives them, well, that's where our story really kicks off.
So let's look at how they live. They could not be more different. First, you have the incredibly hardworking ant. She is not kicking back during these beautiful, warm summer days. No way. She's spending literally all her time collecting grains, finding seeds, and gathering food. Just constantly carrying these tiny pieces of food all the way back to her nest, storing them super carefully. But then there's the grasshopper. Total opposite, so carefree. He is just spending his days singing, dancing, and soaking up that gorgeous sunshine. He is not doing a single chore. And you know what? The grasshopper thinks the ant is being absolutely ridiculous. Whenever he sees her working, just sweating out there under the summer sun, carrying this ridiculously heavy seed on her back, he literally just laughs at her. He's like, "Why do you work so hard? Come and enjoy the day with me." To him, a sunny day is made for playing. End of story. He simply cannot wrap his head around why anyone would ruin a perfectly good afternoon with difficult, tiring chores. But the ant, she has a very clear game plan. She stops, adjusts her heavy load, and tells the grasshopper something super important. She says, "I am preparing for winter. When the cold weather arrives, food will be difficult to find." See, the ant knows a little secret that the grasshopper is totally ignoring. This warm weather, it's going to end. She knows the meadow is going to change, and she absolutely has to be ready for it. And just like that, time marches on. Summer, with all those amazing warm days, slips away. Then autumn rolls in. The leaves start changing colors and falling. The air gets that crisp chill to it. And throughout this whole time, the ant kept right on gathering food and fortifying her home. And the grasshopper? Yeah, he completely ignored her advice. He just kept goofing off. Figured he had all the time in the world. But eventually, winter arrives. Okay, think about this for a second. What actually happens when the freezing winter arrives? The weather turns bitterly cold. Snow starts falling and completely covers the ground like a giant heavy white blanket. All those green leaves, the yummy seeds, the fresh plants, poof, they are completely buried or just gone. So, what do you think is going to happen to our two bugs now that the rules of the meadow have entirely changed? Well, now we get to see the results of their choices. Down inside her nest, the ant is super warm, really comfortable, and she has a massive pile of food stored up. Because she put in all that hard work throughout the year, she is totally safe. But outside, oh boy, the grasshopper is in serious trouble. He is freezing cold, he is starving, and he's frantically digging through the snow searching for fresh plants, but there is absolutely nothing out there. The poor grasshopper is totally desperate at this point. First, he searches everywhere. He's checking under frozen leaves, digging through the ice, shivering the whole time. Then, reality hits him hard. He finds zero food. All that playing he did during the summer left him with absolutely nothing for the winter. So, freezing and starving, he finally realizes what he has to do. He goes to the ant's home to ask for help. Now, the ant totally could have been mean here, right? She could have easily just slammed the door and said, "I told you so," but she didn't. Instead, the ant felt really sorry for him. She opened her door to the shivering grasshopper and actually shared some of her hard-earned food with him. It was this incredible act of kindness, especially since he spent the whole summer laughing at her for doing the exact work that was now saving his life. And the grasshopper? He was just unbelievably thankful. He ate the food, warmed up by the fire, and looked right at the ant. He fully admitted his huge mistake. He told her, "I should have listened to your advice and prepared for the future." It's such a huge moment for him. He finally gets that the ant wasn't being boring during the summer. She was being incredibly smart. He realizes that focusing only on today without even thinking about tomorrow almost cost him his life.
So, the really crucial idea here is preparation. Preparation basically just means getting ready ahead of time for something that's going to happen later. It's a big word, but honestly, it's such an easy concept. Think about it in your own life. When you pack your backpack the night before school, boom, that's preparation. When you study for a spelling test a few days early, or when you finish your homework before going out to ride your bike, that is preparation. You are making a smart choice right now to make your future a whole lot easier.
From that freezing winter day forward, the grasshopper walked away with 3 massive lessons. Number 1, hard work. Sometimes you just have to do things that aren't super fun in the moment. Number 2, planning. Looking ahead and knowing what's coming, just like knowing winter always follows autumn. And number 3, responsibility. Taking care of your own stuff so you aren't left out in the cold. Literally.
It really just comes down to 2 paths. On one hand, laziness can bring a lot of difficulties. If you only play and completely ignore your chores, you're probably going to end up scrambling at the last minute, getting stressed out, or, like our grasshopper friend, hungry in the snow. But on the other hand, preparation and hard work lead to success. Knocking out the tough stuff first means you get to be warm, comfortable, and totally relaxed later on.
If you remember absolutely nothing else from this explainer, I really want you to lock this one phrase into your brain. Work hard today, enjoy tomorrow. It is such a simple yet powerful rule. Next time you have a messy room to clean or a really tough school project to do, just say this to yourself. Work hard today, enjoy tomorrow. Get it done, and I promise you, the fun you have afterward will feel so much better because you won't have any chores hanging over your head.
So, I want to leave you with a question to really think about today. What is one thing you can prepare today so you can enjoy tomorrow? Is it picking out your outfit for the morning? Is it doing maybe just 10 minutes of reading right now? Try to be a little more like the ant. Take just one moment today to make your tomorrow a little bit brighter. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I will see you next time.